We are live.
Hockey Nation fans, welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your coach, Coach Frenchy, back in the house. We have to go all the way to Austin, Texas to find our co-host. We have to go now West Coast because he's on the West Coast now. Mike DeVillano.
Sorry, Pierre. I throw you off all the time. How's it going, Frenchy? Are you ready for some hockey action? There's a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on around the league. The big weekend for many teams. Some teams surprise other teams, and some teams struggle with other team. And then COVID-19, injuries, signature. About that one, milestone happening also. So really busy weekend. Other affect the game, honestly. I don't know where you want to start, right? Couple of news.
I was kind of interested in the trade for the goalie from Buffalo. I thought they were going to say they traded Linus Ullmark or Carter Hutton, and they trade the young goalie.
Yeah, they trade Johansson. Honestly, I don't get for both part. I don't know what they get yet. So look like we're still waiting for what they got in return. But
so there's no like. This is of the three goalies, and he goes to a top team.
Yeah.
Now he's over one. Is he better than the Czech kid? Hunter
Miska.
Is he Czech?
Miska.
Oh, he's from Minnesota. Sorry.
Yeah. Miska struggled for the last 3 games. I think Colorado is looking to upgrade the goaltender situation. That just gave me a little bit more worry about Francouz.
Yeah.
Francouz. But at that moment, they don't need anybody. Gerber looked like Dominic Hasek, I'll be honest with you. I got his 5th shutout of the season this weekend. He's below 200, 2.00 right now. I think he's 1 point something, 80 something. He is amazing. That Colorado is on fire. They have 6 W straight right now. They look exactly what everybody think about this. Red Dead have 17 points, I believe, in 10 games. And McKinnon have 13 points, I think 9 points in 5 games. So they are back right now where they was last year. All the injury come back. You can see McCarr back. And
McKinnon, I think they were saying McKinnon's healthy finally, so that's helpful.
Yeah. You have a good weekend also. So, Colorado have a good weekend in between that. And then I don't think so. Johansson situation. You just try to upgrade. I believe they don't trust too much Miska. And so we'll see.
Another interesting signing was, and I don't know how much you've seen him, was Matt Roy for the Kings.
Yeah, Matt Roy signed a 3-year contract at $3.15 million per year. 3 years, so it's a 9.45 3-4 something.
9.45.
9.4 point. Yeah, annual at 3.15 millions. He's a mix of, for me, it's a little bit like the Jordie Benn style, right? Or not too much offensive, but good in front of the net, everything like that, clean up around, a little bit physical when you have to be physical. So I think it's a good sign for both. He's, he don't have like, a lot of offensive side, but, I try to look in more about a better player at Jordie Benn, but my hand, it's not coming in my head, but,
he's
maybe
like
maybe not
right?
like in Niskanen, but there's kind of player like Niskanen, less offensive side.
He reminds me, like, he's not as good as Tanev, but he's kind of that style where you're like, you want more offense from him. He can skate, but he doesn't take chances. He wins his battles, and he's effective because of that. And I just remember watching him last year and then prior to that in their camp, and I'm like, this guy's pretty good, like, because you look like they had nobody. Like
I think it could be a little bit like maybe less physicality, but it looked like Danev for me.
Yeah,
I think Danev could be a good player like him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Tanev.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris Tanev.
Yeah.
So I think that's the type of guy he is. Where
I agree with you.
you want like a little bit more numbers from him because he's a good skater and he's in the play, but he's just not that guy. He's going to win battles. So I think that's why he got so much money. Like
that's Shaker, he's their top pair defense with him, right?
Yeah,
then
he's top 4 for sure.
Then that's my point. So he had a bad game, he can put from 4 to 5. Great game, he can play 5. I don't see him at the top 3.
He's just very consistent.
But I think he's more 5. I think he could be like a little bit what Ben Chariot play for Montreal.
Yeah, although Chariot's a monster, but yeah.
Yeah. No, but you know what I mean? Like Michel may be more responsibility with Montreal, but I think that's the kind of player like that part. Talking about signature, they signed also Chicago Blackhawks signed another defenseman, Trevor Van Ristick, 2-year contract, 1.9, $1 million the first year, $950 for the second year. You have played 9 games, 0.7 assists. You have 9 games, only 1 point, I believe, and I think it's security. I think for you've never been the player what people expect maybe, but
expect much from him.
It's not from it's not Chicago. It's Washington Capitals. He started with Chicago, went to Carolina, and now it's Washington Capitals. So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all right. But I mean, he's always been kind of a 5'6". He's reliable.
Yeah.
Which is funny because his brother is very, up till recently, unreliable, like defensively. But I don't know. It's good he's a reliable guy. Like he's just a depth guy.
But for me, it's many like him in the NHL. That's my point.
Yeah, absolutely. But to your point, he's a bottom pairing guy, and his contract's under $1 million.
Yeah.
So it's pretty reasonable.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think there's a good one about that one for sure. I think that's the kind of player he is, and that's pretty much what they have. So that's conclude about the signature, the big name, or they just at the end of the day they extend their contract. That's happened. I believe one of them were UFA, one was RFA.
Yeah. So what'd you think of the Pittsburgh, New Jersey game?
Yeah. Before that, I just want to talk about injuries. Shea Couturier finally. He was healthy scratch this weekend, and finally they find a way. Not too much. It's not going to be long term. It's going to be a game decision tonight. So the good news, you have an MRI yesterday. And then today they got the information, so he's going to be okay, but maybe missing tonight. But it's a game decision. I think a big part of the Flyers is really him.
Oh my God, yeah. He's been their best overall player, I think.
I agree with you.
He's been really good.
Yeah, you have also the
man.
This weekend, Oscar Songvis is out for the rest of the year, so that's another big.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, so he's out for the year. So that's the bad news about him. Waiver list yesterday. Toronto Maple Leafs put Travis Boyd on the list. So I would not be surprised a team can. I don't know why anything cannot get him.
Do they want him?
I think he's a good four line.
He's all right, yeah.
So I don't know what like a Pittsburgh or a team like that could get him for free right now.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I think it. The interesting I keep thinking in my head is like everyone's in the same situation, and I almost feel like that they're saying, "Listen, let's not start a war over our taxi players." Where it's like, oh, you scooped this guy from me. And even though they're competitive, there's something about like logic that says, don't fight it out over guys that someone wants, right? I think that it's just a unique situation. I think that people are trying to be calm around those types of moves.
Yeah. I know you don't like him, but unfortunately he is out of the season. Is Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
So he is out, finished for the rest of the year. Unfortunately, a bad injury, so he's going to be out for sure.
What are you gonna do? I mean, I don't know why he's hurt, but he's terrible. I mean,
it's a hip.
that's not good.
Groin, whatever they call it, like you have a special name for that. So anyway, yeah, so he's out for that part over there. Radulov, it's funny, Radulov was out again yesterday. Hans was out. He's questionable today. And then during the game yesterday, they lost Faxa and Virtanen.
Those guys do not stay healthy. Those three guys are like always out.
Yeah.
It's not good. Well, they had a rough game yesterday. A couple of our friends are here. Yeah, just retired Jack Johnson's about time. He needs the money, I think, more than anything. Like he's just, for me, not, nobody wants to see that type of injury. That's really hard if you've ever had it. Like it took me 18 months to just kind of sort of walk normal. Lots of yoga and recovery and physio. Not fun. But, honestly, he's terrible. I mean, he just does never, ever. He has talent and no sense. Or it's like he's never been interested in playing a game that involves anybody else on the ice. It's weird. Like he makes suicide passes. He doesn't back up his teammate. Like I think, honestly, the Rangers will be better without him.
No news for Jonathan Bernier. I did not hear anything from him, so I don't know what's going on around him. Bastian for the Devils did not play. That's another injury there. And I want to mention to you, I have one more. I just see this name.
They're saying Bernier is day-to-day.
Yeah, he's a day-to-day right now. Yeah.
That's good news because he's been phenomenal.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting about that one there. We have a couple of questions about what is the question for Tim?
This one is weird to me. I heard the Coyotes are willing to move Garland. Why would you move Connor Garland?
It starts this Saturday night at the hockey night in Canada, where the Arizona is looking to maybe now. I can mention to you Matthias Ekholm. I can mention to you David Savard. I can mention to you Palmieri. But those kind of players like this, it's like you can go all the way, right? So if you get a mega offer to get them,
it's a point a game, Pierre, and he's just coming into his own. Like it makes no sense why. Like people don't know him, but look, he plays 47 NHL games, gets 13 goals, 68 games, 22 goals. 25 points in 30 games. He's like their second leading scorer.
Yeah, but again, it's like I said, it's a rumor, right? Everybody someone can, I don't know, like Freeman can start in Montreal.
He's their leading scorer. No. Do they hate themselves?
I'll click on him to see his contract.
It's cheap, $775, and he's restricted. Sign this guy.
He's RFA, right?
Yeah. Come on.
It would be interesting to see that.
Makes no sense. Yeah, I've heard that rumor. It's crazy. It makes no sense to me. It's like a steal. This guy's like, when you watch him, I keep pointing to Alex DeBrincat. Like, what's the difference between these two players? Not much.
A little bit more fragile. You can see he got hurt.
Who, Garland or DeBrincat?
Garland. So
he's small.
He got another elbow last week from Susie. 2 game prior was hurt again. A couple of games before that. I think
30 games.
I think Tim Brickett the Brincat is a little bit better for me.
Of course, but he's missed 1 game, Pierre.
So for what I mean,
he's played 30.
I know, but what I mean, like he didn't come back after the elbow. He's small, right? He's 5'6", maybe.
He's listed 5'10". There's no way that guy's 5'10".
No.
No way. He's like 5'6".
Yeah,
but so is DeBrincat. Like DeBrincat's like 5'7", 5'8". So I don't know. I don't get that. That doesn't make sense. When you watch him,
it's just a rumor. It's just like
it's a bad rumor.
It's not like someone said they're going to trade him. It's just a rumor.
Yeah. I don't see why they would do anything like that. But
Absolutely right. NHL, I think you have three names there. They talk about this. I think the biggest one would be more Koklowski.
Goligoski?
Yeah, that's the really one. Some team looking for him more to anything else. Hjalmarsson does not want to go nowhere.
I like him better.
I think I have a close over there about that one over there. Never heard about anything about Demers, what rumor want about him, but Koklowski, he was really mentioned a lot from Boston, Philadelphia, and but again, he's a UFA at the end, and Hjalmarsson is signed contract every year right now. He's 35, I believe. And
yeah, interesting. Yeah, he's been around. He's like one of those older Chicago guys now.
Yeah.
Noel Astiari needs to be our second line center. Has he been playing well?
He's doing well. I'll be honest with you, but again, he should not play that level. I think he's a third four. I'll be honest with you, the PK of Florida is amazing. Whatever they gave a goal yesterday, was 1-19, 1-14, I believe, prior to the game yesterday. And one reason at Sherry bring a lot. He bring energy, bring a lot of things on the ice, don't score a lot, but he's a kid, he's a defensive side. He's a PK. He accomplished a lot of things not many can do, but he's not a second player at all. Weber have a good game yesterday. Cannot put a puck in the net. Like I said, they need stronger, they need Eric Staal. That's what I'm looking for.
It would be a good short-term addition to that team for sure.
They need Staal because now at that moment you can play 2 and 3. Now you can bring Staal sometime. You can bring down Weber or moving back and forth. Think about this 2 minutes. What do you think if you have Eric Staal with Jonathan Huberdeau and Patrick Orvis?
I don't know if you'd get the most out of Huberdeau or not. I'm trying to debate because it's not the Eric Staal that we used to know. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I mean, Verhaeghe seems to be fitting in with Barkov, right?
No, he doesn't play together.
They don't?
No.
Who's he playing?
That's my point. Barkov play with Carter Verhaeghe and Anthony Duclair.
That's what I just said. Verhaeghe seems to be fitting in with Barkov.
Huberdeau, Barkov, they fit very well. It's just like he wants to bring punch on both lines, so that's what he tried to do.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to say if that's a good fit. I would like to see Owen Tippett go with Staal and that magically work. Vetrano, I think, would be an interesting fit, but I don't know if he's ideally a second-line player, I just prefer Barkov and Huberdeau together. Keep your top two, but I'm not sure. Hard for me to say that I love that. Nobody picked up our friend, right? Conley, is he still around?
He's on Taxi Squad now.
Taxi Squad. Hinostroza, he's had offense in the past. But I don't know. It'd be cool to see Staal come over, and then they pair him with like Denisenko and Tippett.
He's back in Syracuse right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring Denisenko back. Put him.
He's back in Syracuse. He's too young to play right now. He's not good enough for play at that moment. So I think
tough game tonight versus the Habs and Oilers.
Yep, 3 games tonight: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's 3 points out of 6 will be great. 4 will be amazing, and they have to at least 2 minimum, but 3 will be good. 4 will be amazing. I don't see anything else.
I think the Oilers are rolling suddenly.
Yeah,
they're in pretty good shape. All right, so I was asking before, this game, was it a little bit surprising for you, or was it just Sunday afternoon sleeper?
Which one?
New Jersey and Pittsburgh.
If you look about Devils, they beat only 2 teams this year. They play for 700 and more, Pittsburgh and Boston. For the rest of the league, they play for 200 and 300.
Wow.
For that division. So that's what they are. So they completely can play against Pittsburgh and Boston, but they cannot play against the rest of the league, like Washington Islanders and you know, the Buffalo and everything like that. So you know, it was a great wrap up goal from Jasper Bratt yesterday around the net, and but you know, it's a team struggle more, but you know, I don't see that they have a good week. Honestly, they finished. I think their week was 3-1 this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what happened.
Verhaeghe Verhaeghe one more year for $1 million a steal, man.
Yep.
Let's see the Bratt goal. There's Bratt left. Nice little stuff.
Yeah.
Just shoved your foot against the post there, Tristan Jarry. I like Jesper Koskinen. They want to win, man.
Yeah, I predict tonight Mike Smith will be back in the lineup tonight. Now, the good news for Oilers in Montreal, you know, any goaltender they have right now, they can play back-to-back because they have a day off between both. But I think Montreal plays Saturday against Ottawa. So Allen will have to show up at some point. You know, so I don't know if they will go Price, and Allen Price this week. It will be interesting to see that. But yeah. And Koskinen have a good game last game.
Yeah, he did. But that's not going to happen back-to-back, is it?
No, I think Smith can handle 2 of the 3 games against Montreal.
Yeah, Carey Price will go for Montreal. But, you know, Jake Allen's got good numbers. Like, he's actually got better numbers. So I think they trust him.
The problem is Jake Allen, he cannot win. And unfortunately,
really?
Yeah, he lost his 4 game now he's 4-4-3, I believe now. But he's at, you know, he's 2.35, so it's great. And the 0.918 now, that's good. The problem is like one Montreal play again with Price, they score 3.21. One with Allen, they score only 2 point something. So they score less goal.
That counts.
So, you know, that's bad. So it is what it is, right? So,
it is what it is. I mean, when you got a guy like that, sometimes they pull for him. All right, this Tampa game I thought was interesting.
Was a good game overall. Florida have the opportunity to score at least 3 goals on breakaway or on 2 versus 1. They could take advantage because he was not Vasilevsky in the net. That's the second thing. But McKinney, he played well, not great, but played well enough to make them. But, you know, it was a 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, and then 4-3. Like the next one is an empty net. But again, like, you know, they could score. Like Weber have like an empty net. He just sent the puck in the glove. You know, good performance. Bobrovsky for sure. And they just look good. Tampa Bay, whatever they are, they look good.
Listen, Tampa's so stacked. When you got a guy like Matthew Joseph stepping up and he's playing very well, Gord has been playing great. Tyler Johnson, guy's on waivers twice, and he leads. Like, he's still a really good player, Pierre. Like, he would have been a big impact on a lot of teams.
Yeah, of course. He's a good one over there. It's just like, you know, I'm just waiting for Kucherov to come back, whether it be their situation over there.
I don't know. Yeah, it was. I mean, listen, Tampa's just so strong. But, you know, it's not like Florida's getting blown out of the water here. Like, Florida's showing they can hang.
No. If you look, their shot, they overshot Tampa Bay. They have a lot of mistake from Tampa Bay. Have a lot of mistake yesterday. Did not play the best game. But I just feel like, you know, Panthers scored 2 goals and 5, 1 goal and 5 for Tampa Bay. They just missed a couple of percentage, like Wember one time, Duclair another time, Vatrano, I think he was the one, and breakaway on PK.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they miss a lot. It's like every time Panthers make a mistake, the Tampa Bay pay, you know, the score. So that's did not help. I was impressed by Forsling. for the Panthers.
Yeah, he
looking
scored a
better.
goal, right? Yeah, Gustav Forsling. I was like, wait, is he a goalie? No, that's the defenseman. So
Yeah, I think one other things, Panthers mention always Stamkos, like you said, like Stamkos, Kucherov. They are players like we don't mention a lot. Palat, Johnson. We talk about Keylorn, Gorde. Gord is another one.
I like
Kesha,
Gord.
Sukachev is another one over there. A lot of players behind. I don't think so. McDonough play yesterday. I could be wrong, but
I
I
didn't
don't
see
think
his
so.
name.
So no problem, NHL. I will see you tonight, 7 o'clock. Thanks to stop by this morning. Appreciate a lot.
It says he played 6 minutes. So something happened.
Yeah. So I did not see his name, honestly. So that's what the reason he left. Maybe he's on injury.
Yeah, there must be something up there. It's so interesting because they're like Hedman, Sergachev, McDonough, and then a bunch of guys. Well, Cernak's in there. He's pretty good. 22 minutes for Cernak. Kalen Foot.
I really like Carl Foot.
Oh, yeah.
He only 11 minutes, but you can see have a good style over there, a good play.
He's big. And his brother's in New Jersey now?
I think so.
Yeah, his brother, I think, is going to be a monster, Pierre. His brother's like a big power forward that can score. Like he's the same size, like 6'4", 220. He's got nice hands. He's
interesting.
It's gonna be. I'm waiting for him. All right. So in the other game, 2 surprises again. So we had 3 surprises really last night. Dustin Brown continues on his tear. The Kings and the Golden Knights 6-game point streak.
Yeah, this one surprised everybody. I think the King lost the game prior, I believe, 4-1, I believe, I think so. And this one, like Vegas, looked like they are doing very well. But when you shut down Pacioretty and Stone, they do so much well right now. But
it's like, but Cal Peterson again, like he faces 40 shots.
Yeah, but Peterson had a good game yesterday. I think it'll be great. I think Walker having a good game yesterday too. But Doughty played 30. You can see they play 5D because they lost Mata at the beginning of the game.
Wow.
And then another player we don't talk a lot is Anderson over there. Look,
Mikey Anderson.
Yeah. So
23 minutes, Pierre. Whoa.
Yeah. So that's a good play over there. Now, when you have your veteran score like Brown and Kopitar Billy had 2 assists yesterday. Could be wrong. Yeah, there you go. So that helped. Yafalo is looking good for the last couple of games.
He's good, man.
You know what I mean?
I remember when he came into camp and I was kind of like, who is this guy? Like, he can skate. Can he score? I don't know.
He's another one right now on the rumor. He's on the trade rumor right now a lot.
Is he?
So, yeah. I think he's UFA at the end.
I mean, he'll get some bucks. He's having a real good year. I don't know. And he was good last year. So he's only 27, Pierre.
Yeah. He's a 15, 20 goal per year. And, I think he's he's a good third line.
No, he's better than that. He plays with Kopitar.
If you score only 15 goals per year, he's not good to be second, first line.
You got to watch him because he creates a lot of opportunity. He kind of does a lot of dirty work, and he's fast. Like he can really skate. So he's only getting 2.4, but yeah, you're right. He's a UFA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll probably. I wonder. I would think they would sign him, but maybe not.
Yeah, so he's on the rumor over there to get there. I think the problem with the Kings is I think they have to expose a lot of players on the protection list, I believe.
Yeah, maybe. So are you surprised to learn that Andreas Athanasiou is only a restricted free agent next year?
Yeah, it's funny to see that. We thought he's in the league for many years. He's only 26.
I know.
So he had one more year, I believe, UFA, RFA, and then he's done after that. But, he has not bad year. I think, 6 goals?
Yeah, he's got he's like a point every other game right now.
So it's a good pick. Sometimes some players, some players don't fit nowhere. He did not fit well at Edmonton. And I
Well,
think Edmonton gave
that
up
was
to
his
him
fault.
too. I think Edmonton gave up to him too fast.
Mm.
So
Honestly, Pierre, he needed to wash out because he was so. It was horrible watching him. He was such a black hole without the puck. Like when he gets the puck, he's talented, but man, everywhere else on the ice, it was not just like, okay, he's not doing his job. It was like, whoa, this is a disaster.
check his stat on the right. Check his stat on the right.
Look at him minus,
Here's the point here, and this is happen all the time. You have to be careful with the minus. He's not a minus 45. Look, he have only a minus 7, 15, 9 with Detroit, but look, he has only minus 3 with Los Angeles. I'll give you an example. Alex Ovechkin.
If you watch him, Pierre, you're like, oh my God.
Alex Ovechkin at minus 48 when he was coached by Bruce Boudreau.
I get that, but what I'm saying is I saw him live enough. Like I saw LA versus Edmonton live, and I'm like, holy crap, he's bad. Like I never noticed in Detroit how bad he was. And people kept complaining because it was just like, yeah, he scored 30 goals, but what would come back the other way was insane. And then when I watched him, because I was like, come on, this is the second line center, and they never would play him at center because it was like really bad. So they put him on the wing and it got worse.
Yeah, but
like crazy.
Mike Hoffman.
He doesn't have quite the hands though of Mike Hoffman, and he's not.
I don't say it, Mike Hoffman he can score 30 goals, but on the defensive side, he's one of the worst.
He scores 25, 30 every year, and he's really good.
Believe me, it's always depends on the system.
So bad too. Like he's bad 5-on-5.
The system, like look Huberdeau before Kenville.
No, I get it. I think what I'm saying is those are probably the Hoffman comparison is okay, except Hoffman's money on the power play. Athanasiou's not money anywhere. He's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, but again, you have 6 goals in a 22 game, right? Yeah, so give him like 3 more. He's a scorer between 18, 25 game goal per year. Yep. And that's he can give it to you. And he can, but I think he's more like a third center. He's not top 6 in any team.
And you can't play him on center.
So well, you know, I mean, like any position I'm talking about is just like
he's terrible on center.
Yeah, but I think he's great. He could be good, very good on the.
It's worked out really well for LA, right? They're getting
power play.
Like he's talented, Pierre. Like he's very talented. He's got probably some of the best hands, and he's a great skater. So there's no issue there. It's just if he can shore up the other problems, then you like him. Well, good for the Kings. Big win there. Cal Peterson continuing to impress. Here's another one. I don't know if this is a shocker, but that's 2 or 3 wins in a row for Nashville.
They lost last game against Saturday against the Panthers 2-0, but they won the last 4 games for sure. They was trailed by 2, I believe, at the end of the game. So they are 4-3 now yesterday. Again, a team, I think they don't go nowhere. I think Columbus have more chance. Columbus have a good week this week. They are 3-1 this week. But it's a team struggle. So,
and they have one more win than Columbus, but obviously this is the big thing, right? The 7 overtime losses gets a point. So that's the big difference there with the 4 points. But they are trying to claw back into it. It'll be interesting to see. Ryan Johansson, I thought, had a really good game. Ekholm, I know, is on the trade block, but they're 4-5-1. They've won 1, and they're kind of coming around. So they're going to make it a go. And I think Chicago is in trouble, man. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you, the next 2 weeks, I will tell you if they make the playoff, because I don't want to judge them because they play again a lot of games, the last 10 game against Panthers and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and that's not letting up. They got 2 in a row against Florida, and then they go head-to-head with Nashville. So that game against Nashville could be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like they could go into that game 14-15, and then Nashville is like right on their heels.
Yeah.
And they got 2 games in a row against Nashville, Pierre.
So after that, it will be, I think the series against Florida is only 2 more games after that is over. So depends the schedule after that. But
then they got Carolina.
they have to find a way to, to go back where they are. But
Chicago's gonna be tough,
they
man.
already accomplished a lot of things what nobody expect. You know what I mean?
They did, but take a look. So they go 2 times against Florida. They could conceivably 14 and 15. Then they play Nashville and then Carolina 2 games.
Yeah,
that's rough, man. And then Nashville again. So this ain't over. If Nashville's healthy, it could be interesting. I'm not a Nashville fan, but it's interesting to watch.
Now, I know it's too early, but what do you think about Columbus play the first round against Tampa?
I think Tampa will trounce them. I think it'll be really one. I think Tampa's playing at such another level, and after winning the Cup, that they're not getting to have any more disappointments, Pierre. I mean, they're scary.
They are.
I just think they're going to run over a lot of teams, and they're going to have real. As long as everybody's healthy, or at least most of them are healthy. They don't even have to be everybody healthy.
Yeah,
as long as the goalie's healthy, they're going to run over a lot of people until the third round.
Yeah, of course. Like Vasilevsky is right now on the 11-0 right now.
Yeah.
So he's on the fire for sure with him, and Demko for sure. Maybe you can check the game Saturday. Overall,
the 4-1 win against Chicago.
Well, you have a lot of games Saturday. I think I have 14 games.
Oh,
Saturday.
all the games. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot there. Penguins beat Devils 3-1. Panthers won 2-0 over the Preds. The Avs destroyed the Wild.
Yeah, there was like not great. Kakunen did not play well on that game, but Colorado was too good. I think they scored 2 goals at the beginning, whatever it was, 2-0 right now. 3.
They're sending a message, Pierre. Like, they're starting to ramp up. McKinnon now is like, Rantanen's been playing great all year, but now you got McKinnon. And what has he got in his last 5? Let's see.
9.
6, 7, 8, 9 points.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's look at Rantanen.
All right, it's like Rantanen have more game. Like the last 10 game, I think has 17 points, I believe.
Pierre.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. So he's got 1 more point than McKinnon in the same 5 games.
Yeah.
And then on it, like actually, I've seen Landeskog because called him out, and he's been getting on the points. And now Makar's back. Like Makar steps in and gets what, 3 points or 2? 2 points last night.
Yeah.
Is Byram out? I don't know, but I mean, this guy's high. 6, 7, 8 points in 5 games, Pierre, for Landeskog.
I know. They are really on fire, them.
Yeah, they're scary too. So, I hope that they stay healthy enough going into the playoffs and that we see them go deep in the playoffs. That's what I hope, because I think that team's got all the pieces, and I don't see any reason why they should wait to win a cup.
Toffoli is out for the week.
Oh, no. What did he do?
Lower body.
Bummer.
Yep.
All right, let's go back quickly. Just recapping Saturday before we jump off. Yeah, so Blackhawks lose to Lightning 4-1. Rangers with the Capitals, Pierre.
They have a good week around. I think they are 2-1. They play only bad game. The game I think they lost again. Is it a back-to-back game against the Flyers? No, or Pittsburgh?
I have to check, but I mean they've been playing much better since Panarin's back. Buchnevich scores again. Zibanejad has a big night again, right? 2 points for Zibanejad, 2 points for Buchnevich. They showed us something, right? Like what I really love is how Strome is just marches on. Like, this is a guy Edmonton gave up for Ryan Spooner. And the thing, they refused Pierre to play him on anything but the third line.
I know.
It's like, what are you doing? He's always very reliable defensively. Like, how hard is it to find a guy with the skill level he has and wins his faceoffs and plays a 200-foot game And then you put him up a line and he's getting points. He's playing with top players. Like, they love playing with this guy. They would play him on the wing and they wouldn't play him on the second line. And then they're like, we need a second line center, man. Let's get Ryan Spooner. Like,
Absolutely.
which, you know, Ryan Spooner had some good years, but I mean, come on. Where's Ryan Spooner now? Is he like in Europe?
Who?
Right, exactly. Who?
He says Skinner?
Spooner. This is who they traded. They traded. This was Peter Chiarelli. Traded him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, listen, nothing against Ryan Spooner, because Ryan Spooner had some good years with Boston. But it was, you know, he's not, you got to do like scout. You can't live in the past. Like, you look at what this guy was doing. There's Spooner. And they would not play this guy, Pierre. Like, they were playing him on the third line. He was getting 13 goals. They had nobody like that. And he played two ways. I don't know. Anyways, it is what it is. He scored 46 goals in the last 3 years with New York Rangers. Pretty good, huh?
Yep. I agree.
All right. So enough on poor Pierre Chiarelli. He's at the cottage right now watching this probably. Let's see. All right. So just again, Flyers get whooped by the Islanders, Pierre. That was not a good game.
Yeah, that's the one over there. That surprised me a little bit. But I think Islanders jump on the at the beginning. I think they score like 2-3 goals. There you go. You see, 4 goal.
Like that. Joel Farabee though continues to pump along. I think he's up to 15 goals, Pierre. But they're you know they're getting points from different players, and the Islanders are, man, they're going to be tough to play against. I would not want to face the Islanders in the playoffs. Stars, it was pretty one-sided against the Red Wings. Oh, I missed the Blue Jackets beat the Hurricanes.
As it was the second game like this, 3-2 in overtime, went by Columbus. You know, Corpusalo was good during the weekend, and then also they have a good weekend, Columbus. They found a way to come back, score. I think is you know. So
this was all about Seth Jones for me. Like, he had 3 goals in 2 games against them, right?
Yep.
So he suddenly goes from 1 to 4. He's so capable. I mean, such a talented defenseman. Ooh, he picked that top left corner.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good shot there. That's not a power play, Pierre. That's 5-on-5.
I think there are 6.
Oh, is it 6-on-5?
12 cats, thanks. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So there was like a delayed penalty or something.
Yep.
Bjorkstrand continues to play well for them. They do get a shootout goal from Patrick Laine, but you know, you need more from Patrick Laine than just getting assists here.
Yep.
It's not horrible, but you know, I mean, listen, the guy's still on pace for 35 goals.
Yeah, but I think he had 1 goal in the last 12 games.
Yeah, he's very capable of going goal a game. Like, is there another player in the NHL capable of going goal a game?
Ovechkin?
Right. Like, that's the level of ability this guy has. So I don't know. I think I'd be putting that to use a little bit.
Barnstruck.
Who?
This is way on the kid from Boston.
Oh, Pasternak?
There you go. Pasternak.
Yeah, Pasternak's awesome. Holy smokes. All right, so just wrapping up the Saturday recap. Stars thumped the Red Wings. Pretty one-sided. They cannot win without Jonathan Bernier. Grice, I don't know.
I think the game for me was Toronto against the Flames.
Canadians beat the Canucks.
Yeah, it was a finale and shootout. It was the first time. But Toronto came back to beat the Calgary when Calgary beat Toronto the night before, 4-3. Again, it was solid performance, not from Anderson again. It was Campbell.
Yep.
Campbell got another shutout back to back.
He's a good goalie.
So
he played
we'll be
well in LA.
interesting.
He's not a bad goalie by any means.
Will be interesting because Anderson struggled right now. He's hurt maybe right now, but will be interesting what happened with Campbell and him at that moment.
Gee, he's got 2 shutouts in 4 games, Pierre.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that ended a pretty bad run by Toronto. A low-scoring affair. Did Calgary? How did Calgary finish? Like 500 over the weekend?
Yes, they are 2-2 this week. They lose against Edmonton and 1 game against Toronto.
So they're 15-14. They're 5-4-1. They lost 1 there. So.
The key there is not this. Like Edmonton are tied up with Toronto right now.
Oh, Edmonton has been trucking it because Toronto went in the tank, right?
So
Edmonton smells blood. I mean, I think they're on. Mike Smith has been playing great. If they can get an occasional win from Koskinen, he seems pretty content to play every game.
Yep.
As long as he stays healthy, they're good. Does Edmonton make any move?
No. It will be interesting this week how they look like. I will watch them 3 weeks, 3 times. So we'll be live 3 times with them. But yeah, Tyson Barrie is the most. Well, now yesterday Edmund passed him, but he was number 1 before yesterday as the most point of the defenseman. But look, McDavid at 60 point. Dressel 50 point.
Is McDavid going to hit 100?
And then you think about that part, like we don't talk a lot, but drive after that. Then you have Barrie at 30, and then Nurse at 25. That give you an idea. Yeah, I mean,
they're not even getting like the best of Kyler Yamamoto yet. Chase on the streaky, but he's been contributing. Cahoon's played pretty well. I like watching Enos. They got a lot of parts that are useful. They're interesting.
Yeah. But again, if you start the 2 first one, you more chance to win.
Yeah, but it's this guy's plays so much. So again, my question is, you've got how many games left? 22 games for him?
22 for them.
Can he get 40 points?
Yeah.
Does he hit 100?
It's 1.8.
I mean, I would love to see him hit 100 points in 56 games or whatever it is. Not a lot of games left, but if anybody can do it, he's on fire right now. I mean, and at what point does Edmonton re-sign Tyson Barrie?
Yeah, but again, that will be negotiable right there. Now, they have the good news for them is they're losing a lot of bad contract next year. Or the players like I think Russell and Larson and those guys like that. So I think you have enough money for him. But again, you can sign him for 5 years, maybe $5 million.
Yeah, I mean, this is maybe the best fit for him anywhere right now.
They need to find the money for a goaltender.
Well, and then they also have Nugent Hopkins. He's unrestricted, isn't he?
Yeah, that's another one there too.
Yeah,
and him he would ask $8 million.
I don't think he's gonna get that in. I mean, he might get that somewhere else, but I don't know how they'll do that.
It would be hard for Edmonton to give him that. They don't hard. I think they should because they don't have anybody else. They need a second center for sure.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, now they're losing. I think James Neal is over now next year.
Yeah, so that'll help. There'll be a little bit of money there.
I think Chris Russell at $4 million is over too.
Yeah, and they got some young guys coming up that can step in. So UFA obviously Hopkins. Chason comes off at $2 million.
25.
Where's is he on the long-term injured? Kyle Turris. Where's James Neal? Oh, he's on the taxi squad. Pierre, he's got 3 more years left.
Yeah, 2 more after that.
Yeah, 2. Holy moly. Wow. Yeah, that's tough. What's funny is I think Lucic is outplaying him.
What is the Russell contract on the bottom?
Yeah, I think he was 4 mil, right? So he's got 1.2 next year.
So they get now $8 million there.
But no, how does that work? How is he 1.2? That's the salary versus the cap? Is the cap?
Oh yeah, he got like, yeah. But you have two UFS is Barry.
It's weird.
3 point something.
2. What? That's wrong. 3.75.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. They got to figure some stuff out. Maybe that's why they're talking about moving Ethan Bear. Because then they'd still have Jones. They'd still have Bouchard on.
And they have Ekblom.
Oh, Clefbaum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Do you think he plays again?
Oh, yeah. He's just 1 year. The shoulder.
He's had a lot of injury problems.
Yeah, 8 minutes to go, so let's finish today.
I mean Saturday or tonight?
No. Yeah, let's move on.
So just a wrap on the weekend. Coyotes thumped the Ducks. Blues thumped the Sharks. Oilers beat the Jets, and then that was postponed. Thank God for Sabres. Yeah. Today, let's see what the games are like.
We have 8 games, I believe.
Sabres versus Rangers. Will they get their first win in 15 games or 14 games? Hurricanes and Blue Jackets. I think it's going to be a tough game, Pierre.
The third, they have a 4 game now. So.
Oilers and Canadians. This is the big one for tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Flames have got to beat the Senators, but I don't think that's a guarantee anymore. I think the Senators can really surprise.
This is a dangerous game. That's the one what the Flame cannot lose.
I think that I don't think it's a guarantee, but
yep.
I think if they can play a tight game the way they have been, because we've seen that shutdown style, like that Northwest style of Sutter. And they've had low-scoring games, Pierre. Then I think that plays to the Flames.
No, Ottawa struggle now. They lost the 3 game, and I think they are 1-4-1, and they don't have no goaltender anymore. So that's now it's Gustafsson now. So
yeah, that's rough. I think they should beat them, but let's see what happens. Islanders and Flyers, man.
Elliott in the back in the lineup tonight. Flyers has struggled with the
goalies are
the goaltender, so I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what's going on.
Minnesota cannot lose that one. They have to be back on track with again Anaheim, so it'll be interesting.
Blues and the Knights. So the Knights are going to be hungry to win again. Blues
again,
so
that will be interesting on that one for sure.
Jets and Canucks. This could be a good game here. Canucks are suddenly 500.
Yeah, Canucks are. Yeah, the last game prior to Montreal was 8-1, 8-0. So they have a good run, maybe 7-3 right now. But Winnipeg lost again Edmonton, so will be interesting. They beat 2-time Toronto. They got 3 points against Montreal on 4. No, not true. They got 1 point again Winnipeg. Montreal, and then they lost again Edmonton last week. So it will be interesting to see that. But again, I think they have everything to beat Canucks tomorrow night, and Demko have an amazing, great month of March for sure.
Avalanche Coyotes.
Coyotes have a very struggle right now. They won 1-1 last week, but again, they struggle.
Kings and Sharks, Pierre.
King have 2-1 last week. Sharks have 3-1 last week. Good performance of Sharks the last couple of games, but it's a team right now. If the King wants to stay in the race, they cannot lose against the Sharks. And the Sharks, if you want to go in the race, they have to win to beat the King. So very interesting game. This one. See who's going to win.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, Sharks are always dangerous, but just enough to be a problem. You don't know what you're going to get, so. Kings, a lot of credit to them, man. They've been playing very well.
Yep.
And
by the way, yes, the minor team is AHL is
Ontario.
Yeah. So the first time, the last, I don't know how long, they play a full black player line yesterday.
Really?
Byfield.
Boko.
Byfield with Thomas and Pelly
Yeah.
Smith.
Oh, is that where Devontae is? Oh.
And he scored 4 goals yesterday.
I mean,
That's
Devontae is very capable. I don't know what it is. He just never does it consistently.
Thomas has a hat trick yesterday.
Akil Thomas is going to be a good player, Pierre. I don't know what he'll be. Like, it'll be a second or a third, but he's going to be a good player that you can rely on. Him and Anderson Dolan will be really good for the Kings.
Yep.
What's going on with Byfield?
Byfield, not too bad over there. He's doing well. They have a lot of play, right? I mean, I think you should bring him.
In 19 games, Pierre.
How many?
13.
Not bad.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, I think this is the right place for him. He's a minus 15. That's kind of wacky, but I mean, good for him. Kaliev. Yuck. Guy can score. Kupari, I think, is, on the cusp. I mean, they got a lot coming, Pierre. They're not.
Yeah, they have a lot. Yeah, that's another point there. They have a lot of good players there. That's the next generation for them. So the next 2-3 years, they're going to have a lot of good players there.
So they have 4 kids that are what do they call them? Persons of color. So they're Devontae.
Yeah.
They have Boko. Where is he?
Thomas.
Akil Thomas. Byfield, but then they also have Boko and Mama.
Yep.
I don't know if, wow, good. That's good. Cool.
Awesome. That's conclude another great Monday. That we would like to, just remind everybody we have a power ranking video will be out today for the Hockey Nation live show. We have a live stream tonight, Montreal against the Edmonton Oilers at 7:00 p.m. And hopefully everybody, Tim, everybody, NHL, and also Yo. We have Yo from New Brunswick. He's a fan so we're hanging there with 4 or 5 people every time right now. We're just missing a couple, but it'll be good.
Keep going. I'm down. Let me know if I'm around. I'll jump on.
Yeah, it'll be tough for sure tonight. It'll be interesting. And Thomas Tata scoring shootout Saturday night gave the first time in 10 attempts for Montreal to win an OT or in shootout.
Cool.
That's pretty much it we have today. Thank you so much, everybody. Look forward to see you tomorrow, Tuesday, Eastern Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll be back and with more news about the NHL. Have an amazing, great Monday, everybody.